All right, so this one's going to be pretty crazy in terms of numbers that we're using. But what you'll notice is that the machine is going to be identical. The first thing we do is we have to figure out what is our equation. And then we put in our values. So that's for sure x, that's for sure y, and this is for sure m. So let's put them in there. 501 equals negative 3 over 4. X is negative 26, and then there's plus b. So we don't have b. I just put things where they needed to be. I didn't even do any calculating. Didn't even do any calculating at all. So I'm trying to get b by itself. So what I'm going to do is clean this up a little bit. Negative 3 times negative 26. Off to the side, I did some work. It ends up being positive 78. 4 times 1 ends up being 4. That's okay. Hey, 78 divided by 4, we can split that down. That'd be 39 over 2. It's always a little easier to use smaller numbers, so why don't we do that? 39 over 2. I'm just going to bring everything down where it is. Plus b equals 501. And so I want to get b by itself, so I have to get rid of this guy, just like the other question. No, there's no sign in front, so that means it's positive. So I'm going to subtract that chunk from both sides. 39 over 2 minus 39 over 2. I'm doing that to both sides. And then what I have below here, I'm just going to bring things down. No calculation here. 501 minus 39 over 2 equals 0 plus b. Now, of course, I can just ignore this 0, eh? Now, what do we do with this thing? So this is going to take us back to our previous math class. 501 minus 39 over 2. We have to remember that 501 is over 1. We're going to find an LCM, which is 2. I know that if I skip counted by 1 and 2, I hit 2 first. And therefore, I have to rename 501 over 1 to be something out of 2. I'm doubling it, so I got to double that. 1002, 1002. So this becomes 1002 over 2 minus 39 over 2. Do a little math there. That'll be 63. It'll be 963 over 2. That equals b. Check it out. There's b, right? This is our full thing that we had. That equals b. That's the next full thing that we had. And then that equals b. That's the next full thing that we had. Except we can't just leave it like that. We've got to throw it into a mixed number form. So I'm going to go back over here. You're going to keep working downward on your page, of course. 2, 963. That's 4. That's 8, 1, 6, 8, 16, 0, 3, 1, 2, 1. That's 481 and 1 over 2. Okay, so this is what the value of b is. So there's a lot more work, but it's the identical machine. And then we finish up our thing by finding the actual equation. Y equals mx plus b. And now instead of putting an x and a y in there, we're going to put the m and the b. So y equals something x. We're going to have negative 3 over 4. X plus 481 and 1/2. That would be your equation. All right. Now, we want to, of course, graph this thing. So let's get her going. But you'll just see how easy it is. Don't be scared of the big numbers. Watch this. There's our graph. Hey, I know this is positive, so it's going to happen above the x-axis. So I just gave more space up top here. I'm going to pick a random spot halfway up, and I'm going to call it 481.5. That's it. And I see my rise is negative 3, so I'm just going to go tick, tick. Oh, hang on. First thing, I estimated the distance from here to 481. I didn't measure anything. So I'm just going to say, hey, look, everyone, I made an estimation. There's my lightning bolt. Nothing goes through this space. Nothing goes through this space. So I drop by 3. I might have to do it on this side. 481 and 1/2. To drop by 3 takes me to 478 and 1/2. And then 475 and 1/2. That would be the corresponding tick marks. And I'm running by 4, so I'm going to go, I shouldn't do that one there. If that's 8, I'll make my 4 there. And now it's busy over here, so I'm going to put my little X over there. So I'm going to drop by 3 and run by 4, drop by 3, run by 4. There you go. And then all the person has to do is, arrow tip's got to be right there. I can't go through that no man's land here, right? Arrow tips up there. And now I just inspect my everything. Do I have my arrow tips? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yes. Do I have my X and Y? Yes. Yes. Do I have my lightning bolt with the stuff shaded out? Yes. Do I have my equation? No. So I'm going to put that right here. Hopefully it fits. Y equals -3 over 4x plus 481 and 1/2. Now this thing is a little close to this blue line. It's close to here. So if you ever have to squeeze it in like that, I do recommend put an arrow right to it so that everyone, your readers, will know that this name belongs to this line and that line only. And there you have your 5 out of 5 kind of graph.